Today is President's Day. Ironic, isn't it? As we have a brain dead criminal president in office, illegitimately elected, in my opinion, who has sicked the legal profession, judges, prosecutors, you name it, on President Donald Trump. Yet he walks off scot free with regard to what a special counsel found was the intentional withholding of documents for decades, not years, decades, kept in his garage, kept in the trunk of his car, highly classified information, which no doubt deals with Ukraine, Russia, and communist China, where he took bribes and where Freedom Watch had him convicted and sentenced to 20 years before a citizen's court. What came down in New York on Friday was more than an outrage with regard to President Trump. Everybody should be offended. Doesn't matter what your political ideology, race, color, creed, whatever. The fact is this was a political assassination by a dishonest, corrupt judge named Erdogan. His name sounds a lot like the president of Turkey, who's a terrorist. I would say they're both effectively terrorists. Trump is now being forced to put up almost $500 million in bond with a New York appellate court. You can forget, in my view, of him succeeding on appeal. New York, the most leftist place in this country, even exceeding California, if you can believe that, is going to hang Trump. Now, hopefully he can find the money. Hopefully he will weather on. Hopefully the criminal trial that's coming up in a few weeks with regard to Stormy Daniels will not produce the same result, but I'm afraid that it will. A New York jury is a hanging jury, just like a District of Columbia jury is a hanging jury, and the judges there on the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia are a little better than this clown, Erdogan, a terrible clown, something out of a Stephen King novel. So this is really what we should take heed of on President's Day, is that we don't have a legitimate president. The president can't solve our problems in any event, no matter who the president may be. We, the American people, must rise up. Please join Freedom Watch. We're a vehicle to do that. We are, in effect, your real Justice Department. We are unafraid. We're going to take our country back. We're going to do it peacefully and legally, but we're going to do it with hard-hitting lawsuits and citizens' grand juries, citizens' indictments, citizens' trials, citizens' convictions, and citizens' sentencing. We have no choice. We have no legal profession that will stand up for the American people, except for a few lawyers. And of those lawyers who are out there, like myself, bar associations are trying to eliminate them so they cannot be a threat to the left. They will not succeed with me, and they will not succeed with others. But what they do is they take up your time and expense and cause you to divert your resources that you cannot apply fully to fighting for the American people. And that is why I want you to go to Freedom Watch. We've got more lawyers than me. We've got many people out there. We need to hire more. We need more office space. We need to really ramp it up before this country goes down for the count. I want to thank you, as I have the last few times. I always want to remember to do that, because without your support, we could not do it. And your support comes in the form of tax-deductible contributions. And I hope that you will do so, because the Republicans have siphoned away a lot of the contributions with their fundraising, which frankly, in many respects, is fraudulent. They claim they're going to balance the budget. They never balance the budget. They claim they're going to reform Obamacare. They never did that to any great extent. They claim that they would give us clarion calls on national security issues and emergencies. They don't do that either. Therefore, Afghanistan. Therefore, what's going to go on in the Far East and on the Middle East, what is going on right now. Our government knew exactly what was going to happen, but we're kept in the dark and we're lied to. Well, the American people have had it, not just with our corrupt legal system, but they've had it generally. And it is time for us to form a new government and not a new nation. So go to freedomwatchusa.org and join our Third Continental Congress, which is declaring independence, which will set up a shadow government of honest people, of ethical people, of people who are courageous. In the words of Patrick Henry, give me liberty or give me death. People that are willing to lay it on the line, not those that are going to sit there just watching TV, drinking a martini or whatever, figuring that it'll all pass. It will not pass. Those of you who are out there, not our supporters, who sit there and do nothing, are as guilty as the criminals who have destroyed this country. You're as guilty as the criminals on the left who want to see us, frankly, and I'll be blunt, They want to see us all dead. They want to take control, and they're doing a good job. And you can see what's happening at the border. Fentanyl coming in, killing our kids and others, sex traffickers, human traffickers, terrorists running across our border. Because if they create mayhem and chaos and take this country down, then they can take total control, and they believe it. And they generally don't believe in God. They believe in the power of the state, like the Soviet Union, like communist China, like Venezuela, like Cuba. I, for one, will not sit back and watch this happen. So I call upon you to join Freedom Watch. Join us at freedomwatchusa.org. Please contribute. We need more lawyers. We need more paralegals. We need more office space. We need to ramp up before it's too late. And get my book, It Takes a Counter-Revolution, Wake Up America. It's not enough to read it. Read it and then join us. And if you have any ideas on what you think we should be doing, contact me at E as in Elliot Clayman, KLAYMAN, @gmail.com. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless America. Remember, the Father and Son will only help us if we help ourselves. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. Until then, thank you for listening to me.